Hi, hope you're doing fine today. Mm, uh, as I was thinking today, I was wondering, why are the youths mostly affected by the economy? Hmm? Everywhere in the world, those who suffer most, or those who find themselves doing crimes or being unemployed, are the youth. And being youth, I think, starts from being 18 to around early 34, 35. Or is that too much? I think that should be a research for you. Does being a youth ends at 27, 28, or at 35? Some say it ends at 35. Others say at 28. We even have others saying at 24. But I think at 28, someone at 28 at most time, let's be realistic. Like in the life today, a 28-year-old hasn't accomplished much compared to a 35. So I think the being a youth can end as 28. It's more realistic because at 35, in most cases, people are adults, especially for women. A 35-year-old woman is more mature mentally, psychologically, in every other way. This person has experienced life to a point that they are able to tackle anything that comes their way compared to a 35-year-old man. In most cases, women mature more mentally compared to men. Because a 35-year-old man, that's the time he's reaching his peak. Like his youth peak. Is there such a word? Like this is where he's starting to realize himself. This is where he wants to spend his time or the resources that he got while he was working for himself. Because in most cases, for us all, between 18 to late 20s, we're still discovering ourselves. And others, maybe they did not experience adolescence stage at 10, 12. Others come and experience it at 18. And it's so funny finding a 25, 22, or even 28-year-old still experiencing adolescence. This is where you find someone doing something that you start wondering, where was this person when he was younger or when she was younger? So today when I was seated and wondering, why are we mostly affected by economy or the changes? There's this the paradigm shift that is taking over. Change, of course. We are told change is always constant. And in the continent Africa, yeah, we have different countries. We all know. There's the Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan. We have South Africa. Apart from South Africa, the rest are considered as the third world country. And I don't know who or the group of analytical people, the analysts, how did they come together and concluded that we are the third world countries, where else we are full with minerals, our countries, yeah? Most countries. Let's look at South Sudan. We are known for petrol. We have crude oil. We have Kenya, which has mines. Like if you go to Kariandusi and the rest, you can get Magadi and every other resources that is required to be refined and later on exported to other countries or continents like Europe and the rest. So we are the major providers of these things, but yet we are called the third world countries, maybe because uh, our youths, most of us, the youths, the energetic group, the category group of people, we're still trying to find ourselves. We're still lost. We are still in schools. We are still trying to acquire something to our name, to a point whereby The other continents are ahead because in China, I've heard, and the last time I watched a video about China, you'll find a 10-year-old making toys. 10-year-old is in an industry doing something with his hands or her hands, re-innovating and inventing stuff. While else, 10-year-old in Kenya, Nigeria, and other places in Africa, we'll find them in classrooms being taught about grasshoppers, insects, flowers. Not that the system want them to be farmers or something. They just want them to know there's a cockroach, and a cockroach has an abdomen, thorax, and it has wings, and it has the antennae, I guess. And later on in life, we don't know how that will help us. But in other parts of the world, people are critically using the theories in classes and putting them to work. They are like inventing stars. They are busy doing big things. So I sat down and wondered what's wrong with us, or what's causing us to lag behind. And when I realized that our academic system, the educational system, was acquired mostly maybe from Britain or our colonizers. Yeah, the colonizers left a system whereby we are to be fed with information. We are not to explore what the information say. We don't question. And the moment you question, there's a problem. Even back in schools, boarding schools, whenever you question the teacher, it's propped to you being disciplined or called on the parade ground and being asked questions. Or sometimes even you might fail an exam for not answering the question according to the book, especially the sciences. You had to be specific with what the book is saying. Even if you're going to paraphrase it, make it make sense. Let it have the keywords. So we've learned that system, and here today, outside here, we are trying to live according to the rules, and it's costing us. Because at 24, 25, 30, some of us are yet not evolved enough to survive in the world we are in today, and therefore we end up being unemployed. We end up involving ourselves in crimes. We end up being mentally depressed, and we also indulge in drugs. It's because we have nothing tangible to do with our time. So the economy of today is eating us up because we are interdependent on our parents, the elderly. So we've not evolved enough, or we are not equipped enough, to do some things by ourselves. We need help, we need assistance. And that thing is eating us up. It's so stressful because with African parents, they're so much supportive, yeah, when it comes to your academics, your health, your maybe food, and sometimes shelter, yeah, especially when you are a student. They cater for that. But the moment you graduate, they tend to leave you to a point whereby you have to go and make it for yourself, by yourself. And even if they don't let you go, as an adult, you start feeling like a baggage to them. You start feeling like you are a failure somehow, and you want to prove a point, so you leave home. While you leave home, the world outside is not as welcoming, so you have to suffer and push through. So if we're going to look at that, then we'll always be behind. But again, with corrections, with more motivation, we can correct the system and correct ourselves and prove that we can do more by discovering ourselves. Discover your talent, exploring that. If you're good in business, do that. So with time, I'll tell you more about that. Thank you. And I would like to thank those who are following me on YouTube. Thank you so very much. Continue subscribing to my channel. I'm Sylvia. Thank you.